Have you ever wondered how much does AI know about you? Well, in today's video, we'll be talking about exactly what kind of data does AI take away from you. From the commercializing AI systems, we can already see that most companies are adopting AI in certain ways inside their businesses, such as big corporations. And also we know that ChatGPT is one of the biggest companies that has revolutionized the space. When it comes to AI, it's interesting to see how different data is being utilized from this. So we already know that most of the time when you sign up to a different application, you have to provide certain details such as your name, email, sometimes phone number. So this data is pretty much collected in order to categorize you in a certain unique way. So for example, if I take data from you and I want to find out a little bit more of what kind of music do you listen to, what kind of suggestions do I have to give you, then at least I know that you have a certain file within my company that I can provide you certain suggestions or have certain data based on your file that you signed up with, like your email or whatever. There are certain AI systems like Alexa that utilizes your voice, and based on that, it takes transcripts of your voice. So whatever you say to the AI, it will take certain transcripts, it will send it towards the Amazon server, and based on that, it will turn it into text transcript in which it can actually be used to prompt the AI to receive back the information. So pretty much that means whenever you're talking to Alexa, whatever is your request, Alexa will always know, because if you, for example, say, hey, can you play me that particular song, or set an alarm at this particular time, or add this food for the list that I have to buy, then Alexa will pretty much know more things about you or your daily lives because you're providing a lot of different information while you're using it. On top of that, also Alexa utilizes certain information from your device, your location, your IP addresses to understand exactly more about what types of hardware do you use. Based on that, they also can understand how long you've been a customer or using AI for or Alexa for. There are different utilizations when it comes to this data, and most of them are pretty much used for improving speech recognition, enhancing functionality, targeted advertising, device optimization, and even product development. Now we just mentioned a little bit more about Alexa. Let's maybe look at the most well-known program out there, which is ChatGPT. So also, as any other application, ChatGPT uses a typical sign-up, which is through email and phone number or anything around that. So you can actually access and log in to your information. And if you are utilizing the paid version of ChatGPT, then you have to insert your credit or debit card, and which they will also store the information. Also, another thing very interesting is that ChatGPT collects your device information, and it's pretty much used for when it comes to customization of the answer. So let's just say right now you're using a computer and you're writing on a desktop, so the answer that will come out from ChatGPT will be personalized for the desktop. And even if you're using, for example, an application on your phone, then it will be personalized towards your phone system, so it can actually be good for the UX.
Wait, does ChatGPT keep transcripts of all of your chats?
Yes, of course.
I'll be right back.
ChatGPT does take everything what you say and saves it inside the memory. Exactly why they do this is there's two purposes. One is security, and number two, it is actually used for the training model, where whatever you write to ChatGPT is saved within their servers, and they can actually use these kind of information and those queries to pretty much train their model even better to help them achieve the level of response rate so good that it will beat any AI program out there. Also, OpenAI pretty much will store all the information when it comes to, for example, the actions that you ask ChatGPT, or even prompting the ChatGPT when you, for example, creating your own personalized GPT. After reading the OpenAI privacy and policy, they are openly saying that they're sharing their data when it comes to vendors, service providers, or even trusted affiliates. Now, the question is exactly who are the trusted affiliates? Well, pretty much we don't really know. However, we can assume that it could be Microsoft because they do own a significant part of OpenAI. There are certain specific reasons to why they share that data, and most of the reasons that they would pretty much share this data is for maintenance, storage, security, or customer service. So after talking about ChatGPT, let's talk about what are different ways of utilizing AI within different applications, and one of them is pretty much movies providers such as Netflix or Amazon Prime, and even we can go into the behavior patterns when it comes to social media. So as I mentioned in my previous videos, those kind of services like Amazon or Netflix utilizes machine learning in order to track down the behavior patterns between their customers. And it is pretty much used for to recognize certain patterns in which they can utilize it to provide certain different, for example, suggestions for movies, and from that you can actually save a lot of time when it comes to looking for a certain movie. Similarly to Spotify, if you listen to a certain music, then it also tracks down your data when it comes to what kind of music do you listen to, and from that it can give you certain suggestions, especially when you're trying to look for new sounds. And interestingly enough, when it comes to the Spotify wrap up, this is pretty much, they can actually analyze this data and show you information and analytics on what is your favorite song or what genres do you listen the most. So when it comes to social media, it is all about algorithms, and now in order to truly understand social media algorithms, it is quite difficult, but we can kind of see certain patterns when it comes to algorithms and social media. So that means if you interact with certain content or you watch certain content for a certain amount of time, so that pretty much means if you watch a lot of AI content and you spend a lot of hours, I don't know, on shorts or watching on YouTube, then there's a high chance that I can pop up in your feed. So exactly what are they using this data for? Well, mostly is to personalize your experience on your social media. So pretty much watching the videos that you really like or you're interested in, and also they use it for targeted marketing or advertising. So quickly said, those are the main points that exactly AI is being used, or what kind of data is actually using from you. And yeah, in my next video, I will be talking about more in depth of how certain companies secure your data. Thank you for watching, and based on that, I will see you next time.